right, boys, I want to kind of keep the budget beast updated probably every single time we go up in overall from the set cards or whatnot, because that means other cards drop in prices. And now when we look at our last budget beast list, it was all 83s, 82s on there. Now it's 83, 84, so we're getting a lot better, and we're still staying under that budget of 50K. But if you guys enjoy videos like this, I also do top 10s, I do gameplays and all the new cards, I do everything college football ultimate team. So make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's just jump right into it. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, to check out my sponsor U4GM and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The first card we have here today, and I've been waiting to include him on this list because I do think he is the best budget tight end in the game. Our guy Norfleet, Brett Norfleet, is a guy that has fried me in my, you guys know I kind of have a God Squad. I've done videos on it. He is a card that absolutely fries me every time. I do think the tight end corner route is broken. You could have like a 65 overall and it's going to fry like God Squad corners. That's just how the game is. But this guy is insane because wait till I show you the stats. You can see he goes for around 30K right there. He is 6'7". 6'7", 235 pounds. So he's actually like kind of skinny for being 6'7". He's 83 speed, 83 catching, or 83 in all of his catching stats. And then the one thing you want to see right there is at least the threshold of short running be hit. So that's drags, it's in routes, out routes. And then the medium route running, I will say 78 doesn't look too good, but you guys know how corner routes are for tight ends this year. They fry no matter what your stats look. And like I said, this is a card that I've been brutalized by online many times by budget or no money spent players. And this is a card that I know I can recommend. And he's finally under 50K. I wanted to add him in the last video, but he was around 70K. He dropped a lot, man. Go at him. And our next card is not going to be 82 Ray Lewis, but we're going to be looking at the 83, and sadly, there's no way for me to filter him. You can see the cheapest 83 Ray Lewis is around 30K. He is probably the best middle linebacker on here. I was looking at him, and they're all 80. Their speeds, and of course, I click an 82 one. I thought, look at me being an absolute bot. The 83 one, there's really not much linebackers under 50K that are really going to compete with Ray Lewis. He is 83 speed, 6'1" across the board, and then he obviously has great stats. He always comes with great hit power. The block shed's really, really good too. The 78 zone, I would have loved to see above 80, but the one thing I do like on him too, compared to a lot of the middle linebackers under his range, he's like one of the only ones. I think there was like two other guys that were above 80 change direction. He gets that as well. And then it's just Ray Lewis. He also is just, you know, there's just something he brings to the table. He brings a sort of fear to the opponent. He's actually the only card up right now, but the way I got these prices, I actually looked at the database. If you guys do not know what the database it is finally updated. It is called CFB.fan. That is the website. All I did was filter. I looked for like speed under 50K. This guy is actually a safety that comes with terrible, terrible stats, and I will say he sells for around 35K. There's obviously only one up, so some guy's just trying to get a lick right now, but he is strictly a user safety in my opinion, because you can see across the board, he does not get good zone. He does not get good man coverage. None of them are above 80. So you're probably wondering, why is he here? It's because look at the rest of the stats. He is 6'3", 83 speed, 83 excel. He has great hit power across the board, 79 tackling. He's a really good user. That's all I look at him. I wanted to at least give you guys two users, and I felt like the other middle linebackers were really, really garbage when it came to like compared to Ray Lewis. So I thought Nick Emmanwori, am I saying that right, is the guy I had to include here. He's a guy you could throw out there. 6'3". You can't teach that, man. That's going to be a card you can hopefully lurk a lot of stuff with, man. As you can see, I am getting all of the 83s out the way. I do have a couple 84s on this list who are also under 50K, and they're probably the best 84s in the game. But our next guy is going to be Zion Childress. He's actually a pretty good safety that came out of a promo. He's more of an up top guy, though. I just showed you another safety, but this is a guy you could probably throw up top, or definitely will be thrown up top. He has 79 man, which you could easily get that above 80 with an easy strat card. But the 83 zone coverage on top of the 82 hit power, he's very good. The only thing different is that he is much shorter at 6 foot, but you're playing him up top. You're not going to get, I mean, you're going to get agged a couple times. It is college football at the end of the day. This game's defense is pretty brutal, but this is a guy compared to most of the safeties that you can play up top, definitely one of the guys that you're going to be grabbing. All the other guys are pretty garbage. It's like really him and Bo Frailer, who was on our Budget Beast video number 2, you know? I'm actually so excited that I could finally include TJ Crandall on this video because he was always a 60 to 70K card. He is 54 right now, but like I said, I don't put these cards on these lists unless they consistently sell under 50K. Right now, it's obviously an outlier. Probably you can get him cheaper during the week as well when this promo actually comes out. But looking at his card, he is by far the best corner under 50K. Corner is the most expensive position in the game, even for the higher up teams. It is ridiculous. But when you look at him, there's no other corner under 50K that gets 83 speed. He is the only one that gets 83 speed. He is also 6 foot, and look at the stats across the board. All 81 plus, and the only 81 is in agility, so you're fine there. The man, the zone, the press. He's actually a very good card. He's not tiny either. The only thing is if you like match up against like an AJ Brown or whatnot, you really can't run man coverage with the slower corner, but in zone, he's going to play perfectly fine. Just like Ray Lewis, we also have a lower set card for our guy CJ2K. You can see his 83, the lowest one right now, is sitting at 30K. I'm going to click one of these ones so it doesn't disappear while we're viewing him. But CJ2K is probably the best budget running back if you don't have your Nick Singleton. If you have Nick Singleton, or if you run multiple running back sets, like a lot of people run the split stuff, or as you guys know, in this game, the running backs die pretty fast. You need backup running backs. Hopefully, you guys can invest in some because of the wear and tear, because of the stamina issues. But looking at CJ2K, 84 speed. He is one of the fastest guys under this price range. I think the other running backs, the only other one with the speed around this price range or the free card is literally Nick Singleton. So this is a card that you could add right in. He could play right next to him. He has above 80 carrying too on it. I mean, he's really not missing much. He's still going to get his good juke move as well. This is definitely a solid card for his price range. My biggest arch nemesis in this game. You guys, I told you earlier, Norfleet has destroyed me so many times. But Kevin Conception, in my first natty ever on this game, I did end up winning, but Kevin Conception had over 200 yards and I think 3 touchdowns against me. He absolutely fried me the entire game, and now he's 35K. I mean, he was already one of the better, like, core wide receivers in the game, and now that he's under 50K, he's insane. You can see across the board, his stats are amazing, and compared to every other wide receiver under that 50K budget we set, he is way faster than all of them, too. I think there's one other guy, and he's actually on this list as well, next to Kevin Conception. I'm telling you, this is a guy that has fried my God Squad corners. It's really hard to say, like, because budget beasts are different in this game. Defense is really bad. You can dominate very good defenses. I get scored on by some of the, like, if you watched my video yesterday, there was like I think it was like an 82 tight end that Legacy gave me. Dude, I'm telling you, this game, you can get away with a lot of these cards, but this is probably the best budget option. He's going to dominate even the best of the best. By far, and let me put an emphasis on this, by far the best pass rusher under 50K, it's not even close, is Ashton Gillotte. I think that's how I'm saying it. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he had a pre-order card. I don't think really much people took it, but his actual core card is amazing. He is the only one that has straight 80s across the board. That's what you love to see. Those are the 4 major stats that I always like to see on pass rushers, and this is dating back to Madden, is your strength above 80, your block shed, your power move, and finesse. He has all 4 of those while maintaining good speed. He's a guy that has a good player build in game as well. He is by far the best pass rusher you can get for this budget rank, and I definitely think if you're a no money spent player and you were looking for a little bit of a boom right there, if you can't afford the Myles Garretts, the Von Millers, the big dogs in the game, the Max Crosbys, go get you an Ashton, man. Our last budget beast of the video, I told you I had another wide receiver for you, and it's going to be the Colorado Killer, Elik Eyomaner. I think I'm saying that right. I actually went back and watched that game, and it was insane. Like, I don't even know what it felt like. I was like watching prime Randy Moss when I watched that game back. But this dude is a dog. 6'2", good build on him. And look at the stats. He's basically Kevin Conception, but much taller. You're getting yourself a go high ball target in the game. I think you should have a good mix of them. I will say the tall receivers, Mike Evans, Randy Moss, Elik. I don't know if 6'2" on how he'll play because he doesn't have a high juke move. It's at 82. 85 is the threshold for the good juke. I don't know how bad he turns compared to those guys. But regardless, you have a guy that's going to be taller. He's one of the faster guys for this rank as well, while being 6'2". He's probably the best budget beast on this list. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, I told you guys, hey, after watching that game, he has all my respect, dude. He has all my respect, and he got to join this list. All right, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. The budget beast is one that I like to update because I know there are a lot of people that are normally spending this game. I know there's a lot of people that did not get the glitch on day 1, and there's people struggling, and these cards are actually usable. I will say, like I mentioned many times in the video, I get destroyed by a lot of these budget cards, so I know you could ball with them, and that makes me happy in posting a video like this because these are definitely the best ones, and you can compete. If you are good enough at this game, you definitely can compete with some of the God Squads, because let me just tell you this right now. Some people, the God Squads, aren't very, very good in the game. They just got lucky with a glitch. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.